welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Packers, and it's all up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. To the 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
First and 10 from the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Stroud. Catch made underneath by the back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Back to the well again. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 37. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And that makes it third down. Here's Stroud now. And there's a man Jefferson. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Spiller. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. And the Packers at a 50B out there for this 3rd down play. From the gun, Stroud escapes the pocket. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Quay Walker. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He finds Kincaid. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought down by Quay Walker.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're left with 4th and short. Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Love from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Play fake. It's Love. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Sauce Gardner with the INT. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. They give to Spiller from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Cut near the goal line. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing is Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Mevis ready to send this one away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
A second down throw here for Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New set of downs for him at the 38. Tight end going in motion here. First down throw, here's Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Now it's Micah Parsons making that play. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Takes the handoff. Now Love. Got for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 19. Has it down close. It's a Green Bay touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Dumps it off to his running back. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Finds Kincaid. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They stick with Jacobs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing his love on 3rd. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Shotgun now for Love. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down Packers. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Rolling left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Touchdown, Green Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st down, Stroud. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I can remember situations like that, Kate. Playing quarterback, and you take a sack on 2nd and inches. As you're picking yourself up, this is where you got to self-talk. Or I got to make up for it. Got to make up for it. I took a sack where I should have never taken a sack. Now I got to make up for it.
That's complete inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a one-score game in the first half. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing on first down, Love completes this one to Kraft. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. On second down, Jacobs. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Katie, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That's caught for the first. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46. Jacobs running behind center. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Love from the gun. This is reeled in by Reed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Packers trying to add to their lead. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first and 10, here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Throwing, Love. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Love out of the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds. No chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. A lot of grass ahead. Hits the 40. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game at 21. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills sending their offense back out as we get a look at Isaiah Spiller. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They give it to Spiller. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Monte Wyatt finishing that play off. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Slot man motioned over. From the gun, Stroud. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Spiller trying this one up the gut. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They send a man in motion. Throwing on third down, Stroud. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. Nevis with a point after. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Nevis ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Handoff here to Jacobs. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing from the gun. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. On play action, here's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Brought in by Chase near the sideline.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 36. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 2nd and 3 now. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Finds his man, Chase. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. A stoppage here as we see somebody pretty shaken up from that play, and it's Dalton Kincaid who's going to need some assistance from the medical center. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now it's Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 13-point lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers all set to get back out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Fits it through the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Thrown on 1st down, Love finds his man. It's Kraft.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun now for Love. Stays in the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. This give is to Spiller. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Spiller. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain on the run, and we've reached the end of the... The Bills with a punt team out there. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Packers have a short field in front of them as they take over. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They motion the slot man right. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Thought that this might be 4-down territory for him here, Brock, but they are lining up for a field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Spiller. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Another carry for Spiller. Another big rip for him. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. They are now set for 1st and 10. Now it's Spiller. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun now, first round. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Mevis ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Loves to throw again. That finds Jacobs, complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Love out of the shotgun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Back now, pressure on its way. He connects downfield on 4th. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers get it back to a 14-point game. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense getting all set for this series. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Running it here with Spiller. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, they go with Spiller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Spiller. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain that time, and now they'll face 3rd and 11. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Bills feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Stroud. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now a carry by Spiller. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run this with Spiller. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Spiller dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Mevis ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. 1st down throw, here's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. And the Buffalo Bills have finally done it. They avenged the teams of the 90s. Buffalo has won the Super Bowl. Commissioner Roger Goodell presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the Buffalo Bills, your champions of Super Bowl 59. So that's a wrap on another incredible year of NFL coverage here on EA Sports. It was a memorable and very fun first year in the booth for myself and my partner in crime here, Mr. Brock Heward. Until next season, I'm Kate Scott. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and good night from New Orleans.